Sura 8:7 so starts off that they, the disbelievers, dispute with thee concerning the truth after it becomes manifest, as though they are being driven to death while they are actually see it. 16, O ye who believe, when you meet those who disbelieve, advancing in force, turn not your backs to them. 17, whoso turns his back to them on such a day, unless maneuvering for a battle or turning to join another company, he indeed draw upon himself the wrath of Allah. Uh, 18, so we slew them not, but it was Allah who slew them, and thou threwest not when thou didst throw, but it was Allah who knew that he might overthrow the disbelievers, and that he might confer on the believers a great favor from himself. And then 29, and know that your possessions and your children are but a trial, and that is Allah will with whom who is a great reward. 30, ye who believe, if you do your duty to Allah, He will grant you distinction and remove your evils from you, and will forgive you. 31, and remember when the disbelievers devised plans against you, that you might put thee in confinement and slay thee or expel thee. And they planned, and Allah also planned, and Allah is the best planner. 32, and when our verses are recited to them, they say, we have heard. If we wished, we would certainly say the like of it. This is nothing but mere tales of ancients. 34 says a star, and remember the time when they said, O Allah, if this is indeed the truth from thee, then rain down upon us stones from heaven, or bring down upon us a grievous punishment. I'm not sure it has a star, but 35, what excuse have they that Allah should not punish them? And when they hinder men from the sacred mosque, and they are not its true guardians, its true guardians are only those who are righteous, but most of them do not. 40, and fight them until there is no persecution, and religion is holy for Allah. But if they desist, then surely Allah is watchful of what they do. 46, O ye who believe, then you encounter an army, be firm and remember Allah much, that you may prosper. 48, be not like those who came forth from their homes boastfully, and to seem of men, and who turn men away from the path of Allah. And 49, and when the evil one made their deeds seem fair to them, and said, none from among men shall prevail against you this day, and I am your protector. But when the two armies came in the sight of each other, he turned on his heels and said, surely I had nothing to do with you. Surely I see what you see not. 50, when the hypocrites and those who in their hearts is a disease said, their religion has deluded these men, and whoso puts their trust in Allah, surely Allah is mighty wise. 57, those whom thou hast made a covenant, then they break their covenant every time, and they do not fear. 58, so if thou overcome them in war, then thereby strike fear in those that are behind them, that they may be mindful. 59, if thou respect or fear treachery from people, so if thou fears treachery from a people, throw back to them their covenant with iniquity or equity. 61, make ready for them who fight you whatever you can of an armed force, and of a mounted pickets at the frontier, whereby you may frighten the enemy of Allah, and your enemy and others besides whom you know not, but Allah knows them. And whatever you spend in the way of Allah, it shall be paid back to you in full, and you shall not be wronged. 62, And if they incline towards peace, incline also towards peace. But if they trust in Allah, oh sorry, and if they they put trust. So if they incline towards peace, incline also towards peace, and put trust in Allah. 63. If they seek to deceive thee, then surely Allah is sufficient for you, and He it is who has strengthened you with His help and with the believers. 65. O Prophet, is Allah sufficient of thee and those who follow you of the believers. All right, so this one has 3 stars. 66. O Prophet, urge the believers to fight. If there be of you 20 who are steadfast, they shall overcome 200. That's the Bible. I mean the Torah. 5 will destroy 100. And if there be 100 of you, they shall overcome 1,000 of those who disbelieve, because they are a people who do not understand. 67. For the present, Allah has lightened your burden, for He knows that there is a weakness in you. So if there be 100 of you who are steadfast, they shall overcome 200. If there be 1,000 of you, they shall overcome 2,000 by the command of Allah, and Allah is with you who are steadfast. 68. It does not behoove a prophet that he should have captives until he engages in the regular fighting in the land. If you take captives except in regular fighting, you would be regarded as desiring the goods of the world, while Allah desires for you the hereafter. 71. O Prophet, say to the captives who are in your hands, if Allah knows any good in your hearts, He will give you a better than that which you have been taken from you as a ransom, and will forgive you. 71. 72. And if they intend to deal treacherously with thee, they have indeed been treacherous to Allah before, but He gave the power over them. 73. Yeah. Surely those who believed and left their homes and strove with their wealth and their lives for the cause of Allah, and those who gave them shelter and help, these are friends of one another. But as for those who believed but did not leave their homes, you are not at all responsible for their protection until they leave their homes. But if they seek your help in the matter of religion guidance, then it is also your duty to help them, except against a people between whom and yourselves there's a treaty. 74. Those who disbelieve, they are friends of one another. If you do not what you are commanded, there will be mischief in the land and great disorder. 75. Those who believe and left their homes and strove for the cause of Allah, and those who gave them shelter and helped, these indeed are true believers. For them is a forgiveness and honorable provisions. I think that 76. And those who believe after this and leave their homes and strive for the cause of Allah along with you, these are of you, and as to the blood relations, they are nearer to one another in the book. Surely Allah knows all things. Liberation.